US teenager has shot dead 9 people in a rampage through a school that ended. A 10-year-old girl has escaped an attempted abduction after being dragged from behind by a man as she walked home from school. The Columbia Space Shuttle disaster yesterday, killing all 7 astronauts. 3 brothers died before they were to land. Terrorist attack turns Bali's party town kills nearly 200 people on the Indonesian resort island. 16 people were killed and 33 wounded in Iraq.
For the last year or so, I've been feeling really fearful. With the worsening economic situations, seeing my friends lose sight of their dreams that they've always dreamt, fear seemed to be everywhere, absolutely everywhere, and I was paralysed by it. But then I started to think. I came to the conclusion that there must be something that I can do about this. Joseph's a man in his early 60s. He's lived in Ireland his whole life. He's always worked, has reared 4 children, has been married since his early 20s. He talks about the sense of anxiety he's felt all through his working life.
There would have been many years when the redundancy acts fell to my right and fell to my left. And with good fortune, the redundancy acts never fell on my head. When I ask you to jump, you don't say, will I or won't I? You ask, how high would you like me to jump? The situation was very much that I'm going to give this job anything that is demanded of me so that I will continue to hold on to the job. You were continuously in a situation of, I won't, maybe fear is too strong a word, but certainly you were continuously in a situation of anxiety.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed effort.
My name is Porrick Moran. I'm a journalist and a counsellor, and I'm interested in areas such as anxiety, fear, panic attacks, things like that, and the ways in which they can be both positive and negative in people's lives. Fear occurs when people look at the future or think about the future, and that future now could be a microsecond away or it could be a year away, and when they don't like what they see, and in particular it relates to a feeling of being in danger. I think fear is very much allied to danger. Now that could be a danger to your life, to your health, to your status, your income, to a relationship, a danger to anything that is very important to you. Now, I think that media tend to put their stories and their reports in terms of crisis and fear. And I think that you get a situation where the media ramps the story up by using fear-type words and sentences. Not always, but very often. At the same time, you will get people in power who use fear in order to achieve their ends. We can all remember how the Bush administration used fear to achieve its ends. I suppose one could say that the Irish government, in dealing with our economic crisis, uses fear to argue in favour of the things that it feels it has to do, namely the fear of economic collapse. So fear is used as an instrument by those in power. It has always been. There's never been a time that hasn't been true. And is also used by the media for its own ends. If you feel you've got that feeling of fear about something that's coming up, you ask yourself, what is my fear advising me that I should do now? And very often you will realise, well, I should be doing this and this. I need to talk to that person. I need to do this. I need to get started on something. And in that way, you begin to use your fear as a source of help and of guidance rather than as something to run away from. If people were prepared to look at their own fears and look at what they could do about them, I think there would be a lot less evil in the world today. We all know that 2 or 3 years ago there were commentators who were telling us what might happen and that the whole house that we were living in was a house of cards. Now I think we all looked at that and we thought, yeah, that makes logical sense, but we didn't feel any fear. It was as if it was happening to somebody else almost. So we didn't do anything about it. And now here we are in this mess. If we had felt real fear at that time, we'd have done something about it. So fear, a bit of fear would have actually helped us then, but unfortunately we didn't get it then. We're getting it now.
After meeting Porrick, I decided to go out and see how other people were feeling. Were they feeling hopeful or fearful?
It's very good. You have good people here. And only the weather. The climate from Mauritius and here is a bit different. Mauritius has 30 to 35 degrees in summer, but here 16 degrees in summer. Cannot because every time you get too cold. Sometimes 1 degree is here. Mauritius never get 1 degree. I can go in the fridge, you know, in the freezer. I can Mauritius freezer is like here. That's why it's terrible.
I could be here all day talking about certain things, you know. But in my own little world, I'm very happy.
Having balanced all and brought all to mind, it seems to me that hope is more predominant than fear, and Porrick is right. We do need fear, but as a catalyst, not as an accompanist.
It comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
It's not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same, as we are liberated from our own fear.
Yes, we can.
Our presence
Yes, we
automatically.
can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.